from ONIC to start things off. And you mentioned it, ONIC, they won their previous outing against Boom in the group stage of the Indonesian Challengers. Now then, NC Slasher creeping on forward. Boom might be playing a little too much into their hands, and NC Slasher, there you go, collecting to get two. Monyet on the board as well, and ONIC G already finding the frags that they need. It seems like Boom had an inkling, an idea of where ONIC would have come from, but at the same time, they've forgone Dad Cubby, and now they're headed towards the site itself. Defuse though from Pebatol, right under the notice of ONIC G so far. Severin though checking and collecting, placing the only one left, and it's gonna be too difficult to handle. Looks, but the suppress is potent right now. And Boom Esports, they have the rifles to go for the hold. Pebatol though, watching at least, and finding Severin anyway. Just decided to go to pre-fire through the smoke. Blaze King actually getting a takedown out of Monyet, and the great hold so far from Boom. They lined up for him, and Blaze King absolutely scorching.
And it seems like the information they've gathered here is gonna dissuade them, rather persuade them to go towards that B side. But Frostmine, he finds the opening pick. Quick trade out on Elmi more, but can they find even more?
The rendezvous psych out again happening, and now Flipster, they're able to collect one more takedown for the Boom fold. They still don't know Berserks is there, and there you have it. Severin does get a takedown. Quick little refresh.
Even recognize, and that's a mental aspect of it, how you can really play with expectations. And Pebatol, we expect him to do big.
Absolutely respect the space created there by the KO. This time though, already NC Sasha trying to set things up with the Cosmic Divide with Bloodshed. They're getting a great start on the Monyet there in the first place. Held though, being held. Elvimore trying to go for the wall bangs, but the presence detected there by Blaze King. And speaking of, the null command now to play. Crossing lines into play. Parallelism here, courtesy of the side of Boom, but Elvimore on the board. Berserk's finding that trade. NC Slasher is there, and it's ONIC right now coming up underneath actually. Blaze King though, all about the pulses here. Frostmine searching for a target. Now he's all alone with the spike. Taps it down, tries to bait out Shiro. Odin though in hand, trying to get the wall bangs on. Time is running on out, and Frostmine, his Tour de Force now brought out to start things off. Elmimore vying for that mid control, and it's a perfect chance because, oh, that could have been it versus Flipshifter. But this gives an angle for Flipshifter to actually rush on it to get that takedown. Head out there, out to the back. Monyet trying to avoid using the Tailwind, and he does get that kill as much as possible, the updraft rather. And speaking now of the abilities, Tailwind is back online as Monyet. And ONIC given a chance now to get that spike down over at Sabrosa. Oh, it's not gonna happen for Pebatol. Couldn't surprise Elmimore whatsoever. And that's Fury for cover anyway, if that will be the case. So they do let ONIC towards the site, but at the same time, there's the Hunter's Fury already. Gets a connection off the anti-slasher, and the confirmation is there through. Even Severin couldn't thread the needle whatsoever. Frostmine just suing that connection. And as it stands, it's just two left here for the side of ONIC. Band of Brothers trying to go for the hold. Shiro though over the speedway with the Odin still in hand. Trying to spray it down, but suddenly flips to dirt, peeks out from B main. And that's job done. Great connections there with the arrows. And it's Boom. But being active with the ultimates, very effective right now for the Boom fold. But speaking of effectivity, Shiro there finding Berserks. Nice hold though from Frostmine on site until he gets felled by NC Slasher. And now the foothold that Boom had towards B will go to the wayside, but chance here for Flipster. Scopes in, Shiro goes down. B main, no possibility to get on through. They have to invest the smoke right now, and Elmimore is right behind the Nebula there. But Severin, speaking of right behind, just breaking the spine of Blaze King along the way. Pebatol with the trade does force Elmimore out as he tries to peek through the smoke there. And Pebatol's just watching, waiting, seeing if he's coming his way. Still though, they don't know he's actually here on B main. Now they know Elmimore with a frag, but Pebatol turns on around to get that takedown. That could have been it there for ONIC, but to make the space that they need. Boom though, heavy stack coming in from B main. Severin, he needs to break these chains that bind them, but Flipshifter yet again turning things around for the side of Boom. Now things are relatively equal. Pebatol! Oh, that could have been perfect. But a double peek absolutely potent from ONIC. Nice coordination so far here from the attacking side. Berserks though, making that operator count. But it's looking absolutely dicey here for the side of Boom. Frostmine trying to go for the jump peek. Here comes Elmimore and beats the opposition at their own game. Elmimore looking to win more here for the side of ONIC. Frostmine right now, the only one left. Brains still scat. This can be that A take. Bladestorm though, out and about. Elmimore winning out in that patient game and just waiting for Blaze King to peek in the first place. But Berserk's now having the back, feeling the presence of ONIC so far. Time though ticking, and ONIC needs to execute. Shiro finding Flipshifter. Here comes Monyet, flying high, but Berserk's now will ground him to the site itself. Berserk's try to stay. With the Cosmic Divide, protecting them from his sightlines. And look who's coming Berserk's way. Pebatol though trying to go for a ballet. He gets one. Berserk's now with a third. The shorty's out and about. And here comes Berserk's looking for the bronze. Can he actually get it? Shiro though on the opposite end tries to go for the shots. The blades do not get the connection. There though, he opened things up before. Does he have the key to this lock to do it yet again? Elmimore backing away in time as the peaks did come. Severine, though, danger close, throwing caution to the wind, finding Flipster there along the way. Looks for a second. Frostmine, though, still alive despite the shock darts. And ONIC Esports now navigating towards the side. Shiro, though, can't get connection. Berserk's playing protection. NC Slasher, nice. Might be the case, actually, here, Black and Blue.
Looking to hurt the economy, I think. Yes, the crossfire being held here is going to be a big problem, especially with the Stinger. They're all very low, and the quick cleaning. Star placed down, a deep star towards that spawn. That's going to keep them guessing still. But Shiro, he finds himself being taken down by Tempo Tall, and boom, they have a real chance of winning this round, Dex.
Yeah, with that star, it just becomes difficult onto the Sova. Now they have an inkling that Boom is just stabilized on the site itself, and they decide to connect with the Cosmic Divide and the Null Command instead. But Tempo Tall already putting up the wall before he gets hit, and Flipshooter hitting the shots! 3 already for Flipshooter! Wow. The way Flipshooter has been playing, it is just rewarded over and over and over again. Look at him double dip though. Can he get another takedown? Yes, he does! What is going on? This fun too is only for him at this point, and Flipshooter just defining where to engage and where to die. NC Slash now tried to hold the same angle Moniette did a while ago, but he doesn't want to suffer the same kind of fate. Flipshooter has opened up A site immensely for Boom, and look at him go for more. NC Slash though and Elmimore do trade it back. Finally, we do get the punish here to the side of ONIC. 3v3 situation. This does force Boom's hand to stick it here, but Elmimore will stick it to a Blaze King. Drop on down, get that takedown! Of his previous round, does Rendezvous away after the flash drive, and now ONIC Esports able to close that gate and move towards Boathouse instead, but Elmimore just doesn't miss whatsoever. Flipshooter now gonna go on down. Berserk starting all around, feeling the pressure from afar. Shiro though, that's what the Odin's all about. Not just the walls, but also the Radianite. Getting that takedown, Frostbite finding one, finding two even! Shiro did catch Blaze King along the way, and the damage has been done by the Boathouse defense. All it needs to do now for ONIC is to pick up their spines and pick up the pieces from where the rest of the team have left off. Frostbite though and Tempo Tall tried to play a game of base, but there is just no stopping NC Slasher. He read that like a book. Unfortunately though, it didn't turn the page. Frostbite does.
It's been working for them ever since even the pistol round that we saw.
I mean, I just give a thumbs up to Shiro. You don't see that Odin used like that too often, and you just don't see Elmimore lose any of those duels. 2 for Elmimore, the perfect flash into 3. Severin will get the takedown, and ONIC, they are the first seed for a reason, and they're looking to be the first ones here to get the map in this Civil War. Drop on down, they're going for that tower control instead, so still, it's all about those utilities getting value. And a spray on down here, courtesy of Blaze King, but Shiro finds Berserk already. NC Slasher swinging on in, low surprise though by the numbers by the staircase itself. And ONIC Esports finally getting the frag that they need, but beyond that though, all the kills are just piling in favor of ONIC. But this can be quick work if they find the targets in the first place. Moniette though, checking out who may be there in the corner. Drop on down from Severin, still gets a takedown alongside Elmimore, and the cleanup, while it was delayed, it
have a real good chance of stifling this push. Berserks, we've seen him do okay here when he does pull out the Neon, but let's see if it's going to be the absolute answer that they need. He gets a kill on a Severine through the smoke. And the hold here from ONIC, not really putting up that great of a fight, but still 1v2. He gets found though, and
ONIC Esports to actually get the site that they need. Rolling Thunder now to play even, but Elmimore just does not lose and has no fear whatsoever. He drops on down to get the 2 takedowns. He's looking for more. This is his site lockdown, and here we go yet again. The contest is there. Severine with a backstab before Elmimore is even gunned down. And ONIC, how many times have we seen Elmimore just become the
potential pincer here from that vent if they can take it? Seemingly looking at how it's not really occupied, but they walk on through, playing contact in Severine. He was none the wiser in the push.
Yeah, that's a big opening, and look at the fast lane creativity from top to bottom. Moniette though contesting, flicking, almost even getting Flipshooter there. Drop him down, Flipshooter already in position to get a third one. And ONIC Esports, sheer force of will is the answer. And yet they got that tower take here for Boom, and that was all they needed to effectively win the round.
Yeah, subverting expectations here of ONIC. Playing things is a big point for them. But now Berserks, he's trying to make that early push here. The defense of ONIC not ready, but this judge is going to be big. He spams through and finds a double here, Dax! Severine holding on true. He's still in hell, and that's where he sends him.
Mate, that's the biggest counter of all of these walls. Just decide to peek it with the judge. Danger close. Dyname Severine.
Blind
and how many times one needs to go for the defuse duty? Moniette, ultimate bodyguard, will get broken by Flipshooter. One more to contest. It's Elmimore there to get that towards the ramps. This can be the 8-take that they're looking for. But yet again, look at how ready ONIC is in the first place. So Thunder is to play, and a great angle by Flipshooter. The one partition where he's not going to get connected whatsoever by the quake of the earth. And ONIC Esports, they find the opening that they need now to go for the relocation. But NC Slasher, Judge yet again being a big botter. Tempo Tall ready with the trade. And one more time, ONIC Esports pulling the rug under the sheets and pulling out holding close, classic in hand of all things, but he feels like it can get the job done. He's still there, Frostmine almost able to just give him a bit of a high five, but the bullets will do to get that takedown. Nice angle here for Tebotol checking out the alleyway, and he does get the free kill there. But Monyet, again, Monkey See, Monkey 2, here he comes one more time for you. 2 in his hand, looking for a third, doesn't get it, placing though all alone into the corner, and LB Moore is there to wrap this one up for ONIC
Esports, still, a good half already for them, no matter what happens here, but they're definitely going to want that 6th.
Yeah, screw it though. They say it's time for the ultimates, and Berserk's just trying to get on through to the other side. Getting bothered though, I believe that was the trip bar, but Tebotol and Frostmine clean up nicely instead. Here comes Elmi Moore coming in close, but Berserk's is ready for him this time and gives him a fistful of lead. Tebotol holding the Rams, quick round yet again, looking to go in favor of Boom Esports, but NC Slasher with a backstab now, and the Paranoia Prime towards the hell for him. It's pretty dicey instead. Aftershock is the play. Berserk's inside the smoke and Blaze. Now Monyet zip on by, and as per usual, this guy can just go through the jungles, whether it's concrete or whatever kind of material, and be the one who's making haste. But Blaze King now wasting the opposition. Monyet will go on down. Severin though with the drop down trying to chance Blaze King, but he has the angle yet again. There is a slow field though. Now NC Slasher will net that kill. Flips it there. Finding NC Slasher in response. A great hold here so far from Boom Esports thanks to Blaze King. And NC Slasher, can he actually go for more flips to there rather? Trying to get on the way as Elmi Moore contested him heftily. Still, Boom have the numbers, they have the angle towards the screens, and they do know Elmi Moore is so low on HP. A single bullet will get that takedown. Shiro trying to contest the tide, but this is just cannot get the catch on. And just because of the over-eagerness of Boom Esports, ONIC ready to get the punish instead. Now then, Spike is planted. Tebotol looking to regroup alongside Frostmine. It's NC Slasher though trying to get in the middle. This might surprise Tebotol. He's not looking right in front of him. And it's the perfect angle here for NC Slasher to play the smoke itself. Shiro though already getting the attention. Tebotol though turning on around to get that takedown. Shiro able to make the trade work. And Shiro with a second. Can't transfer to a third. Tebotol now versus Severin. And here he comes. But the defuse is looking to get halfway. But there's just no getting there in the nation. But ONIC, of course, powerhouse looking to be meeting their destiny. LB Moore versus Flipshooter, the real duel right now. But Blaze King to kick things off. Here goes Monyet though, and how many times does he get away with that kind of advanced action? Berserk's holds it close. NC Slasher, well, he is completely ignored by the Paranoia. Tebotol holds the line, standing tall and proud for the Boom banner. And at the end of the day, it's Boom who is able to hold things down immensely.
Well, a hold here towards that B main garage. I thought ONIC were going to take it, but no. Even with a pincer, Boom able to fend him off on multiple angles. Elmi Moore can't get. With 45 seconds left, the A site is under attack. It's under siege. The only player here is going to be Flipshooter, but he can rendezvous out after finding a clean pick, and that he does. Goes for a second. He finds that second kill. The Blaze King follows up. Hands of Monyet and Severin shaking here, anxious in the gas, but they've had to take with 30 seconds left and the spike way out of control. This is looking like a Boom round, Dex.
Yeah, they were just absolutely anchored towards the site, Monyet and Severin. If it's time for heroics, it has to be now. But time is not on their side whatsoever. Severin, though, ambition now through the main angle. 5v5 rating, we haven't seen that much in a while. But Blaze King, all hail King Blaze the Wise. Can he actually use his smarts yet again to get these takedowns? Berserk's instead leading the charge. The Knight here with chivalry and with lethality to boot. Super Berserk's Frostman getting on the board as well. Monyet holding down all the way in the back of sight, trying to lock down the screens as much as possible. But Berserk's cannot be stopped, and just give him some land and some titles because he deserves it. 12-9, and Die Virtue is a win here for Boom.
That was a risky idea you saw there come in.
Intel wins wars. It's not just being able to shoot down the competition, it's also being able to know where they're coming from in the first place. And here we have it now. Potential points for the side of Boom to force a game number 3. And Berserk's, the timing is just perfect. He gets enshrouded by the smoke and he's able to get that takedown. Tebotol Berserk's just making it as clean as possible. Boom have brought in the bang for this buck. We go.
Problem, Dax, exactly. No trademark, no tripwire, nothing for them to really know that the kitchen has been taken. And Berserk's, he makes that contact and finds Shiro. The follow-up though here from Monyet, able to get the trade immediately, and he backs off safely as well.
Yeah, no Sentinel means that there is a problem through the kitchen. NC Slasher finding Blaze King though, and here comes Boom Esports, but they're walking into the site by someone yet, and Elmi Moore. It's a bundle here to remember, and it's fun and joy here for
out those true Sentinels that they've got. So ONIC, they win those opening 2 rounds, but if they don't get a somewhat decent defensive half here, then they could bode problems further on.
Look, they're saying no problem right now, and it's their job to make sure that stays the same. If it doesn't become a problem, then no issue whatsoever. But Berserks is quite the issue there. Yet already getting felled immediately in the far distance. But Elmi Moore comes in close from the cubby. Swings in 2, get 2. Blaze King actually getting a target, but the problem for Elmi Moore is there is just no escape. Yeah, they tap it at the very least to try and bait things out. Snakebite is thrown. Here we go with the Nanoswarm as well, but Shiro with a takedown onto Templeton. Flipshooter now the only one left. Goes after Severin first. He was low on the HP. Shiro now swinging on in. Coming closer and closer. And can this be bonus time here for the side of ONIC? It's looking to be a possibility. Has the time. Had the distance about that close contact. NC Slash now resurrecting his teammate back to life. Bringing the KO back into the field. And it does give the advantage back here to the side of ONIC. They do have the operator for the retake. Flipshooter now with the Nanoswarm being thrown on out. Creative plant here from the side of Boom. But someone needs to push as soon as possible. Turret though being placed. Here comes the suppression, and here comes the presence being attacked right behind them. The Blaze King mowing them all down. An advantage, and Monyet now seeing the turret right across the yellow crate here. The swing though is there. Flipshooter with the takedown. Double swing is the name of the game here for the side of Boom, and they have the numbers to use it anyway. Severin though coming in closer. Beautiful suppress to get 4. And here comes Flipshooter, and here he goes again. Severin though will shut him, and as Boom is looking stuck here so far. Still though, shots do come. There we have the wall already to protect them, but Severin, he knows the bounces with the fragment, and he's at it yet again. Does it get the pulse? Yes, it does! Alley-oop, and it's a slam dunk here for Severin. Wall is broken. Frostbite now absolutely in a panic. Shiro Severin with the takedowns. Frostbite now the only one left with 40 HP. But here comes the rest of the roster. 3v1. Luckily, the heal is there. The rifle is still in hand. But Gaia, this is his vengeance. The rifle and Frostbite himself. But
I'm Flipshooter. He makes things better with his own hands. Lockdown to just, I guess, pull the defense here of ONIC towards that B site. It could work out well. The kill, though, still found by Flipshooter. That is huge, Dex.
Work out well is an understatement. That is just amazing here for Flipshooter. Now it pulls the defenses, and it's only going to be 2 here left on the A side. Elmi Moore trying to set up the crossfire here alongside NC Slasher. NC Slasher forced to drop on down, but Elmi Moore just doesn't miss. Berserks, he had the angle. He had the inkling to actually peek there, but Templeton finding Elmi Moore without his gun. And that's where he looks a little more powerless than usual. All this happens though, NC Slash now with the resurrection, but look who's waiting right up top. Flipshooter, can he get the 5? Can he get the 5? 5 HP to his name. Crouching around. I don't know if it's an ace or not, but I know it's a Penta coming his way if ever. Severin though. Allowed them now to snowball out of control in terms of the scoreline itself. Elmi Moore though, judge in hand. Shiro catching all the attention, and look at Elmi Moore go. Doesn't care whatsoever. No fear yet again in his eyes. And one more time, it's Boom suffering because of the hubris of ONIC. Berserks, he just stuck there. Severin will lob it over yet again in 4-3. He does get that takedown with a fragment. Blazing though all alone now in a 1v2 situation. Still has to navigate through this maze. It's Labyrinthine here, and there we have it. Those who were the stall, but whoever can actually navigate through the wall, it can give ONIC a chance here to establish that foothold. NC Slasher now with a takedown. Elmi Moore using that as a point to actually push on in. Templeton finds Severin though, and here comes ONIC now rushing on forward, but Flipshooter holding things steadfast. Blaze King now the only one left, and he still has one more shot here. ONIC is forced to avoid it. 2v1 scenario though. Someone playing bodyguard as time is ticking. NC Slasher, he needs to protect his teammate as soon as possible. Buying time, buying space of ONIC. Frostbite tried to contest it, but as they scramble on around, dude, they find NC Slasher at the very least, but they do give up that A side to allow the side of Severin to put that spike down. ONIC though, not planting as of yet. They want to get the pick off as soon as possible, and Boom just resetting for the time being.
Look at this mid link though from Monyet. He's gonna get found by Flipshooter. Wise to what his decisions were. 3v5, this retake from Boom could work out, considering the man count that isn't there, and they don't even have space to put that spike down. You can see Boom waiting for that opportunity. As soon as they hear that ping of the spike trying to be planted, they're going to hit this real hard, especially with Templeton on the flank. He's going to bite them. They don't have the anti-venom to shut him down. Templeton finding 2. He could find the 3rd here. He gets a dink on the Sever.
Ready with the outshone, but can already hear the steps coming his way. 10 seconds left. Should be able to get the plant down, but the intel will come in favor of Boom here at the very least. But Blaze King out in the open apparently. NC Slasher will get that takedown. Big pick up from him. Templeton though from behind yet again. Elmi Moore, stellar shot as per usual. And it's Flipshooter now versus the world. Can he keep this table right side up though? ONIC already tried to mess up this dinner time. And the feast here for Flipsider. It's awaiting him, but unfortunately now it's 3 people looking at him. He does get 1, but Shiro is there for the trade. They turn off the utilities, but at the same time, they still can't really push as convincingly as they want to. Blazing now going to be peeking it out. Monyet right down below, and Frostbite does get on the board first and foremost. 4v4, the as of everything done. Everyone's just dropping down. The sightlines on Monyet so far. Flipsider trying to find the angle here, but Monyet finally getting stopped by Flipsider. Despite though hasn't been planted yet. Next position here to try and put it down. Severine though 30 HP. Berserk does get the takedown, and Elmi Moore will just stick it to try and win it. 1v1 situation though. Berserks versus Elmi Moore, and here we go yet again. Precision absolutely essential, and Berserks will find the head of Elmi Moore instead. Boom Esports, it got diced. Elmi Moore though tried to navigate on through. Tagged on down though while everything is happening, and while the animation's a little bit wonky, the lockdown is there though, and he's not trying to get a backstab on. A great push from Elmi Moore, backstabbing even a second Frostbite now to make the trade work, and that will deflate Viper Spit. The cover is gone, and Frostbite and Blaze King will take advantage of that fight. Over ambition perhaps here for the side of ONIC, but at the same time they still have some fight in them. And here we have it, backstab courtesy of Severine. Perfect angle versus Tebathol to trade things up as he slashers, bring it down, bring it down.
Rotation from A, but they did make a bunch of noise doing that, which lets Elmi Moore know to hold on. He finds a second here. They're lining up for him like bowling pins. Berserks gets a trade, but can he find even more? No, it's one and done. Things crumbling here at the seams for Boom Esports as ONIC. They're on pace to close out the game right here, right now, this round.
Early contest leading to their demise, and even one more for the show. All hail King Kong Monyets, and he is just able to slay from that top position. Flipsider though, the only one left. Problem is, Suppress is there, hops on around, and a 4v1 slate is looking a little bit too much impossible. Destiny arrives, Dyname.